Hi everyone, my name is Victoria with Create with Victoria Lynn, and I am very excited to bring to you the very first art challenge. I am an art teacher and I love to teach art, and I've got this idea that maybe I could teach some things in art through challenges, and I could just see it going on for a very long time with a lot of fun. So I'm hoping that this is something that you might like, and I'm hoping that we can continue to do this. So this is our very first art challenge, and this is not just for the artist, it's not just for the crafter, it's not just for beginners or advanced, it is for anyone. You do not need a lot of art experience, although experienced artists can have a lot of fun with this as well. So let's get started. The first thing that I want to talk about in our art challenge is contour lines. Lines are an element of art, which is a tool that artists use when designing and creating their art. So a contour line is basically the outline of things. You see that a lot in sketching and stuff like that. So let me show you some examples, and we'll start out with some of the famous artists. So I'm going to get one of my books out from college, and Roy Lichtenstein, he was known for doing these comics, and he would actually take the comics and he would take a scene and he would paint it in oil on canvas. And so, but comic books were very, very popular, and they use contour lines a lot. So that will give you an indication of what a contour line is. Let me put this away. And speaking of comics, let's take a look at modern comic book thing today. So contour lines. Most of our coloring books that adult coloring, well, even the kids coloring books, are contour lines. What I would like us to know is that this is more of a contour line where it's the outline of everything, a little bit of textures in her hair, but outlines, lips, eyes, outfits, but there's not a lot of texture in there. Like here, there's a lot of texture going on, and so that goes above and beyond contour drawings. So the contours are basically your general outlines. Okay, so that is going to be our challenge this time. We need to find something or do something. I'm going to give a bunch of suggestions just to get your creative juices flowing. But if you have a comic book that concentrates on lines, you could do that. If you don't, you can use any of the comic or any of your coloring books that you have, if you have those. Now, here's some suggestions about that. Excuse me. Kirby's books. Kirby's books have got beautiful pen and ink work in them, but he uses his pen and ink not just with contour lines, which he does use, but he also uses it for your textures and to be able to show depth and such. So really, I wouldn't use a Kirby book. It's not really good for what we're talking about today. So that's challenge one. And then even books that, and I cannot pronounce her last name, but Mel Panini is her first name, and she's got some beautiful pen and ink mandala work, but again, way too much texture to really be considered just contour lines. So I would go with something a little bit more simpler, and go with something that really concentrates on mainly your outline of your things. You've got a little bit of texture in here, but it's not overwhelming. So I would go for looking for something like this to color or draw. You can definitely draw on your own, or you can color it on your own. And so here's some other ideas. You can, this is Joanna Basford's 30 Days of Creativity. So she's got several places in here, and I just grabbed one page that says add decorations to the teacups and coffee mugs on the opposite page. Use the designs on this page for ideas and inspiration. So if you look at this, these are simple little drawings, and they're contour drawings. Some are patterns, but they're contour drawings. So you might just, if you've got a book something like this, you might use that as your challenge. And I got a couple more things, several ideas. Excuse me, let me drink here. There are these books called the reverse coloring books. So these pages already have color on them, and you can create your own contour drawing on them. And so yeah, this you can easily see as possibly like grass with some kind of a long flowered. And a lot of these remind me of flowers. Oh no, this is a good cup of tea. So I could create some kind of good cup of tea or bowl of soup. Flowers, gardens. So if you have something like this, you can just do some contour drawings on top of what's already been colored. Okay, and I've got a couple of those books, so you can, and I have not done anything in them yet. Shame on me. That could be a nice landscape drawing. So that's another way to look at contour drawings. A couple more little things. If you are a diamond painter, I've got this from Diamond Art Club. I specifically bought this with this challenge in mind, and I am not ready to do this. So I'm just going to use this as an example. But I bought this one because I like it. I think it's cute as can be. But it reminds me of that comic where everything has an outline. Her hair is outlined, and you know, everything has an outline to it. So if I'm a diamond painter, I would find a diamond painting something like that. I like pen and ink drawing myself, and so I do like to do some Zentangle work and things. And so this itself is contour drawings. It's basically the outline of various little drawings. So that is the challenge. Know what a contour drawing is, and somehow do it in your own realm of creativity. Okay, you can draw it yourself. You can do a whole coloring page, make your whole coloring page yourself. You can do Zentangle work. You can, all of the different things that I showed you as possibilities. If you're not, you can draw it yourself. If you're not a drawer, hunt up through coloring books, diamond painting. So all of these things are possible. I cannot wait to see what you guys come up with to meet this challenge. I will put in the description of this post some kind of hashtag, and I don't have that done yet. I should have done that before I started this. If I can, I'll put it on the end of this video as well. Some kind of Instagram hashtag so that I can see the work that you've done. It's going to be awesome. I'll post some things that I've done for this, and we're going to call this, you know, I don't know, I'm going to say a month, maybe even 2 months. It depends on how often I can do these challenges. For the time being, let's just say for 2 months, I'll have this challenge up, and then I'll take it down and do another one. My goal probably is to try and do one a month, and we'll just see how far it goes. I hope you have a fun, creative day. Find the magic, and I will talk with you again. Bye-bye.